right?
Had a nightmare.
About?
Take forever to explain.
Dawn's some way off. We've got time.
Started in the guest room at Kaer Morhen. I was relaxing in the tub, and next to me...
Triss?
Yennefer. Funny, isn't it? She's never been there. Seemed so real in my dream, though.
Was she nagging you about something? True to life, indeed. We'll find her.
I know we will. That's not what worries me. You've seen her tracks. She's at full gallop all the time. Breakneck speed through wildlands, devastated battlefields. She's in a hurry to get somewhere. Or fleeing something. Either way, it means trouble of some sort.
Be surprised if she wasn't in trouble. She's always poked her nose in beehives. Courtly intrigues here, mages' conspiracies there. What do you expect?
Don't know. Guess I thought once we were finally reunited, things would be calm. At least for a while.
Calm? With Yennefer? Good luck.
In the dream, I went and found Ciri. Then we trained.
Those were the days. Little she-devil. I've trained kids who were faster, stronger, but none had her character. Didn't end well, did it? Your dream?
No. The Wild Hunt appeared, attacked Ciri. I couldn't move, stood there like a stump.
It was just a dream.
That's the problem. It was more. In the past, when Ciri'd appear in my dreams, something was wrong. She was in danger.
We taught her how to defend herself from anything, wraiths included.
Be dawning soon. Time to go.
Wait. Show me the letter from Yennefer. Might have overlooked some hint in there.
Didn't overlook anything. We were meant to meet in Willoughby. That's what she wrote. Meanwhile, one army or another burned the village to the ground. All we can do is follow her trail, so...
Stop talking for a minute and give me the letter. How about that? It does smell of lilac and gooseberries.
You were gonna read it, not sniff it.
We must meet. Soon. Willoughby near Vizima. Nothing else to guide us there. What's this postscript? I still have the unicorn?
I'll say right now we're not going to be pursuing the Yennefer romance option because, again, I don't like Yennefer. But if you want to look it up, it's amusing, if nothing else, what this means.
Stuffed unicorn. Used it once or twice. In certain situations.
The things young folk get up to these days.
Back on topic. How's it look? How far behind Yennefer are we?
2 or 3 days. Trail's fresh. And it looks like it leads towards the main road. Could be muddled there. Wait, hear that?
I hear it. I smell it. Ghouls.
Yep. So, can you just come over here and die, please? Thank you. What? You just came out of nowhere, and you know it, you cheating little bugger. Oh, for God's sake. More? Okay, there's one more around here, isn't there?
An
Okay.
army's past, necrophages follow. Let's go before any more show up.
Well, I gotta loot. I can't help that. I gotta loot. So, oh god, and then I choked and died. What the hell was that? Okay, well, I'm not doing it anymore. So, I was trying to explain this in the first episode, but the first episode was mostly videos. So, one, I'd like to welcome you to the second episode of The Lair of Lore Plays Witcher 3, the objectively best of the Witcher games, which are all very good, but oh god, some of them just get really unplayable after they've, like, they just don't work quite the way that they did at launch anymore. Not because they changed, but because we as players have
Ever tell you
changed.
about this sorcerer I knew? Couldn't stop talking about how useful they are as creatures.
Oh,
Because you can brew potions from their blood?
No, because by eating rotting corpses, they prevent epidemics.
Did he know they eat the living as well?
No, really upset him too. His theory collapsed.
that's someone who I believe you can meet in the third major area of Witcher 2. Who... There's a big meeting of mages and things. And he tries to tell you about how awesome ghouls and necrophages in general are. Yeah. So, basic idea is we are
War is
playing...
not exactly going our way.
Oh my goodness.
We have a side.
The Northern Realms.
Radovid's realms, don't you mean? Temeria and Edirn are no more.
Those are the two kings
Radovid's
who were
pledged
killed
to
in
restore
Witcher
the
2.
old borders as soon as he wins the war.
Believe that?
Gotta believe something. It's what keeps us going.
Radovid's crazy? Like, really crazy? Seriously, the dude is nuts. He was the... He's the king of... Oh, I don't even actually remember what he's the king of. But he... not killed. He feels betrayed by almost everyone who used to serve him, so like his... There we go, that's how we sprint. His old sorceress, who was his, like, advisor, he's trying to get killed.
We going?
I think he pulled out her eyes at the end of Witcher 2.
Help me! Help!
Run, horses. Good job, Vesemir. Screw y'all, I'm taking my lunch and leaving.
Has it gone?
Yeah. Come out.
That haircut is not helping you, sir.
Gods, that was close. I was sure I'd end up like my mare.
Provided you got lucky.
Your horse died quickly, but griffins like to toy with their prey. Eat it, alive, piece by piece.
Oh yeah, make him feel real good about that.
You'd like a reward, I suppose.
Money isn't that hard to come by in this game.
You don't owe us anything. You were in need. We helped.
And they call witches heartless. Say they won't lift a finger without pay.
They also say mice are born of rotting straw. Back to the
There's
trail.
a theory for
Like
that.
I
What's it
said,
called?
leads to the main road and ends there, muddled.
You seek someone?
Yes, a woman. Medium height, long black hair. Seen anyone like that?
No. But there's an inn here in White Orchard. Sole one around. Gets its share of travelers. Perhaps you'll learn something there? Besides, the innkeep's my cousin. Tell her Bram sent you. She'll treat you like family.
Not a bad idea. Especially since that wound needs cleaning.
Ah, beast barely grazed me. But sure, could use a good rye. Nice and cool, you know, straight from a cellar.
Let's go.
Hey, come here. Come, there you go. So, I think I forgot to show this last time. Oh, because I can't right now. There we go. So we have this sweet... same things that we had from Witcher 1, but this also has breakdowns of, like, information on griffins. Griffins were once only found in high mountains. They would hunt marmots and wild goats. When humans encroached in their lands, however, griffins soon discovered a new source of more plentiful, easily caught prey: cows, sheep, and shepherds. Though still wary of main roads and towns, where folk with the means to hire a witcher are like to dwell, these half-eagle, half-wildcat creatures have gone from rarities to often-countered pests known throughout the northern realms. Especially hated are the subspecies known as royal griffins and arch-griffins. So this is just plain old, this is the normal griffin. Then it'll show us things that are good against it, so it's a hybrid, so hybrid oil is good. Erd sign is very effective against it, and grape shot. And then we've got ghouls, just necrophage oil is the only good thing against them. Ghouls creep and crawl at night, eating everything in sight. In a snap, they'll eat you too, chop you up for a ghoulish stew. Ghouls and graviers, I think that's graviers, are hard to describe. In part, they resemble humans, yet on the whole, they are an utter negation of all that is human. Though they have arms and legs like a man, they walk on all fours like dogs or badgers. Though they have eerily familiar faces, one searches them in vain for any sign of sentiment, reason, or even a spark of consciousness. They are driven by one thing and one thing only: an insatiable craving for human flesh. Then we also, there we go, we've got characters. So, Yennefer of Vengerberg. The Witcher first met the raven-haired sorceress a good 20 years back. The friendship and feelings between them were born of a common adventure involving a genie and a wish granted Geralt that intertwined their fates inextricably. That's what I was talking about in that first episode. In the time since their relationship had, however, been quite stormy, rich in ups and downs, crises and breakups, Geralt and Yennefer's love provides irrefutable proof that the thesis opposites attract. A few years ago, Geralt and Yennefer, God, I'm going to do that a lot probably, had, after a long separation full of adventures for both of them, gotten back together again. The moment of repose was interrupted by the wild hunt, which took Yennefer captive. The Witcher set out once to save her, but lost his memory while doing so. When he finally recovered it, he immediately set off once more on his quest to find his beloved sorceress. So, I'm not going to go through all these, don't worry. So, Lambert, Vesemir, and Eskel are the other Witchers of the Wolf School. There are several other schools, but the only ones I can remember off the top of my head are Cat, Wolf, Bear, and Griffin? There's one I'm forgetting about, but we'll see. Dandelion is in this game as well. And then Cirilla, known as Ciri. We're going to have to read this too, because this is actually quite important. Cirilla, Fiona, Ellen, Rhiannon. What can I possibly say about her? That we call her Ciri for short, that she was born in 1251, and she has ashen hair and a scar on her cheek? All true. That's the Cirilla I know best, the one I first laid eyes upon those many years ago. The one who seems thoroughly, well, not ordinary, but certainly not as extraordinary as she is, in fact. For Cirilla is also a highly skilled witcher, heiress to several thrones, the last bearer of the Elder Blood, a powerful source endowed with exceptional magical talent, and the Lady of Time and Space. Her hair color and date of birth seem rather incidental now, don't they? I could also tell you how she is Geralt's adopted daughter, but that would be a gross simplification. Ciri is much more. She is his destiny, his unexpected child, someone bound to the Witcher by fate's inextricably tangled fetters. Following age-old Witcher tradition, Geralt took Ciri to Kaer Morhen when she came into his care. There he and Vesemir taught her the ways of the professional monster slayer. It was then that her magic talents were first revealed, and they discovered she was a source. Ciri's power provided a curse as well. Because of it, she would one day have to hide from the entire world, even Geralt. So, quick things. Source, like, all the mages in Witcher tap into the power to use magic. Ciri is a source of the power. I don't remember what the Elder Blood thing is. I know it is important, but I can't recall what exactly it means. The thing about being
So,
heiress to several...
a griffin this close to the village?
Oh, for God's sake.
Strange.
My thoughts exactly. In the forest or the mountains, sure, but here? Near the main road.
Maybe it's the war. Corpses everywhere, the stench of blood, burnt flesh. Drives monsters crazy sometimes.
Men, too. We need to watch ourselves in White Orchard. And we should leave as soon as we learn anything.
He's not wrong. So, she is the daughter of the Nilfgaardian king, emperor, technically.
Look at me.
And let me turn down the sound really quickly. So, technically she is heir to, like, many, many thrones and anything that Nilfgaard conquers. The thing is that there's a weird way that Witchers can get paid where they can take the rule of surprise or something to that effect. And in this case, Geralt was just like, okay, my payment will be your unborn child. Something to that effect. I don't remember exactly what it was, but that's how he came into Ciri being his adopted daughter. That, or maybe it's something that the person paying can enact? I don't remember. It's a strange thing that doesn't get brought up a ton. But that's how Ciri came to be Geralt's adopted daughter. And before I forget, the thing about we should watch ourselves in White Orchard. This is part of Temeria. If you'll remember, the king who died at the beginning of Witcher 2, not the one who died in a cutscene, was the king of Temeria. Vernon Roach worked for the Blue, or was the head of the Blue Stripes, who was the Temerian Special Forces who were trying to find who killed the king. But they never actually put a new king in power because Radovid kind of screwed that up, as well as a big plot by a whole bunch of mages.
What? Take that down before there's trouble.
That is a coat of arms, the Temerian lilies. They've
See?
a right to hang there.
This ain't Temeria no more, old man. It's Nilfgaard now.
My arse it is.
Neither of them is wrong. Nilfgaard has basically already won the war. The only thing literally the only person left to stop them is Radovid. Radovid's freaking nuts.
Witches?
I'll not drink with Weaverlaw's freaks.
Oh, for God's sake. But you'll pay me to kill monsters.
Beg your pardon for those thugs.
No need. We're used to it.
Folk are jumpy round here. Armies just passed through. Now a griffin's prowling about.
Yeah.
Already had the pleasure. Ran into your kinsman, Bram.
Bram? How is he?
Alive. Sends his regards.
Master Witchers. Food and drink on the house. What can I get you?
Yeah, is there a contract on the Griffin?
There a contract on that griffin?
Nay, not at the moment. Used to be. Soon as a beast had built a nest nearby, the alderman would start a collection, or go to the Lord for help. Now the aldermen don't use the privy without asking the Black One's permission first.
Black
And
Ones are
as soon
Nilfgaard.
as they hanged the Lord. So no contract.
Shame. We might have done something, but not for free.
Pretty busy place you got.
Nations on the move. Some search for kin, others just want to get out of the way of the armies. They all need food, drink, and a night's rest in warmth.
Yeah.
So, war's been good for your trade?
Aye, so far. But it'd be best to know peace again. Times like these, you never know what tomorrow will bring.
Yeah, we're looking for a woman.
Looking for a woman. Raven-haired, violet eyes, dresses in black and white. Riding in from Willoughby. And, strange as it sounds, lilac and gooseberries might have smelled that.
I've not seen nor smelt such a lady. Believe I'd remember.
Yeah, especially hard to forget this one.
Plenty of travellers about, though. Folk from all over. Might be worth your while to ask after her.
Yep, don't need to actually buy anything,
Thanks.
so...
For everything.
What is that cat doing? Dear Lord. Someone else saw that, right? Oop, and then
Help
I
you
talked
bandage
and
that
woke
up?
up a puppy.
Please.
Woke
I'm
up
not
a puppy.
decrepit yet.
Then I'll ask about Yennefer.
Mm-hmm. Just remember, we'd rather not draw any attention.
Here, Black One's been out measuring the fields.
Let them measure. Better that than burning the harvest.
Oh, Drommel, you're dumber than a headless cockerel. Why are they marking out them lines, eh? Passing out their patrimony. Give it to their own.
He's probably not wrong. Okay, I don't think there's a friendly way of talking to them. There's a dude in here I want to talk to immediately.
There
Where
are
is he?
4 factions.
Oh,
Four
yep.
Factions, teams, suits, similar to clubs and spades, except each suit
Oh,
has
nope,
its own
that's not what I meant to do. Sorry, I
What
just
a
want to talk.
waste of time. The Earth shall revolve around the sun before you comprehend these rules.
Yes, I know in our world it does. It's actually
Why
entirely
not?
possible in The Witcher 1 it
Aldert
doesn't.
Geert, assistant professor in contemporary history at Oxenfurt Academy.
Geralt of Rivia. Witcher with tenure. I'm looking for a woman. Long hair, dressed in black and
I
white.
feel like it's hard to get
Seen
fired
anyone
from
like
being
that?
a Witcher.
Of course not. Unlike the populace, I know the horsewoman of war is pure poppycock.
Oh, for God. What?
Horsewoman of war. What's that about?
Folks say an omen. A beautiful phantom rides the fields at night, looks as you described her. Armies follow her, and all who cross her path meet with misfortune.
Well, that does sound like
Vouch for
Yennefer.
the last bit. Know where they saw her?
No, facts interest me, not fairy tales.
God, you're a loon, aren't you? Why are you here, yeah?
Not a place I'd ever expect to find a scholar. Take it you're fleeing the war?
Quite the opposite. Chasing it. I'm headed for the front.
Tired of life?
I seek knowledge, which I value more than life itself. I've a thirst no dusty old tomes can quench.
You
I
are an
wish to see
idiot.
the Nilfgaardian invasion with my own eyes, understand it, and record it all in my chronicle, my magnum opus.
Yeah, let's go with 2.
Interesting. We need somebody to describe war, what it's really like. Not colorful banners and generals making moving speeches, but rape, violence, and thoughtless cruelty.
Ah, I see you lack the polish of the Academy. Rape and cruelty are details of no import to the war's course. Trinkets on the garment of conflict, one might say.
Tell that to the people whose houses burned down.
This is why I like
War reached
Geralt.
Novigrad yet?
Nope, but it's only a matter of time. Nilfgaard on one bank, Redania
That was
on
it,
the other.
Redania. Redania's ruled
Ruling
by
over the city like dogs over a juicy bone.
Radovid.
Many a ruler's choked on that bone.
True. We value our liberty in Novigrad, and we know how to fight for it.
The scholars especially.
The sword is not the only weapon. Do not forget, architects from our academy designed the city walls. Walls no war machine has ever crumbled.
Yeah, your scholars then went to go
Gotta
help
go.
build siege
So
engines,
long.
though.
A moment, Witcher. You strike me as a man of the world. Are you familiar with Gwent?
This is why we were
and
looking
I
for
don't
it.
have time to learn.
But the rules are quite simple. Come, let's play.
Sure.
Why not?
This is gonna be the last thing we do
Splendid.
this
Here's
episode.
how it's done.
If I remember correctly, this starting deck is kind of crap, but it's sort of what we have and we'll have to go with. Yeah, it's not great, but it could certainly be worse. And both of those are sort of meh. So yeah, let's start game. Oh. Well then, why would you... Yes, enter, start game. Lord. Okay, I think the only ones... Oh god, that card is so bad. We should ditch... Oh god, it's been so long since I played. I think this is the one we want to ditch. Everything else I'm pretty much okay with. I don't even remember what this one does. Okay, then I pass. So, in case you're wondering, the basic idea is that you want to have more points than your opponent. So what I did there was I played a spy card, which lets me draw another card, which is the only way you get to draw cards, except by winning. And that's only because we're playing the North. What does the fog do? Set strength of all range okay. So we're gonna play these two, the Blue Stripes Commandos, I think, have a thing where they basically pair together and go. So both of them out means they're each doubled in strength. Thankfully, we don't have a ton of ranged stuff, so we can use that fog to our advantage. So the basic idea here is that we're trying to get him to play out... Since we already have a win, we're trying to get him to play out as many of his cards as possible. Ideally, if we can help... What does this one do? Yeah, okay. So this adds +1 to anything in our siege back. So basic idea is we're trying to get him to play out as many cards as we can get him to do, because we can afford to just play everything. He can't if he hopes to actually beat us. So right now he's got... There we go. That's why I did that. He's got 5 cards left. We've got 6, which means we can just keep playing cards, and eventually he's not going to be able to do stuff. And I wanted, because I've got 2 of this fog, which affects things in ranged row, and we've only got 1 thing that goes in ranged, I'm trying to basically bait out as many of his cards as possible, so I knew that, okay, if I play a fog now, then if he's got a clear weather, he'll have to do that. I don't think it's possible for him to win at this point, but we'll see. So we've got another fog. Yes. And now we just wait. Yep, okay, we totally just win. Because now we can just pass our turn. We don't even need to play this clear weather, because there's nothing he can do to get that much damage on us. So we just win. Voila. This is so much easier when you actually know how to play it, because the first time I did this, I was just like,
Well, you've a knack for this game. If you ever find yourself in Oxenfurt and wish to play a true master, ask for Stepan. A simple innkeep by trade, but a true maestro when it comes to Gwent.
I'll remember that. Thanks.
Well, with that, thank you very much, and we'll see you next time. Bye. Hey y'all, thank you very much for watching the video. Hope you enjoyed it. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. And maybe consider checking out all the rest of the stuff we do on our website and Patreon. If you really like it, you can also give us some money on Patreon. For any amount, you actually get access to our Derpy Puppy feed, where you can see videos similar to the one playing next to this, with my dogs, who are absolute freaking spazzes, being spazzes. For a little bit more, you can also get access to all of the content we produce, including videos, blogs, and podcasts 24 to 48 hours before the rest of the world. What's up? This is actually the first Tentacle of Enzoth I've opened. This is one of the Death Rattle cards that all of the things that are related to Enzoth seem to have generally Death Rattle related, except for the first mate that gives you a hook. I actually really like it. Don't like these two, Eldritch and Faceless Behemoth. They're just big dudes. I don't care that much. Squirming Tentacle is cool. Sekram Cultist. Give your Cthulhu +2/+2. It's a 7/6 for 6. I think it's a bit expensive for the Cthulhu buff, just because a lot of the time, if you want a repeatable Cthulhu buff, Cthulhu, god damn. a repeatable Cthulhu buff, then 5 or 6 is okay, but 6/4, just give your Cthulhu +2/2 once, when you're probably getting close to actually being ready to cast him. Not my favorite thing ever. I mean, it is still a 7/6 for 6, so it's not bad. Anyway, thank you all very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.